Hi, I'm Dave Mattson, CEO of Sandler. Today, I have a guest, which I'm super honored by having Carlos Garrido join us. He's an award-winning Sandler franchisee out of Miami. I want to talk about the field and collaboration because although we're entrepreneurs, we get to do what we want. We get to tinker. There's a ton of business models out there. You know, lots of times there's always this friction between franchisees and franchisors. No one will say it, but certainly if you've done your due diligence in franchise, you know that that's there. And I'm particularly proud that I don't believe we have that. And the collaboration between home office and trainers like yourself, and then also the collaboration between the franchisees themselves. I mean, you're on a couple committees which are truly shaping the future of Sandler. And where would that happen that we would even ask the field to contribute to that?
I don't have any, I never looked at other franchises, so I have absolutely no point of reference. All I can tell you is in my experience, I think it helps enormously that you came out of the field, right? If my knowledge of this is right, I think you worked with Mark. You know, you were in the field. Yeah. I think that helps. I've never felt anything but enormous support from them, and I've never heard anybody say anything but enormous support. I mean, for crying out loud, I had an hour this morning on the phone with my coach, Eddie. I've had an hour on the phone with my Sandler coach every week for 7 years. I mean, my clients pay more than I pay you. Don't put my fee up. My clients pay more to me for what I get out of Eddie than I pay you in fees for everything, for the whole show. So I get Eddie, I called you earlier this week, asked you for advice on a deal. You called me, you know, I sent you an email, you called me back, and you spent 20 minutes advising me on a deal because it was a deal of a scale I have not been all that comfortable with before. It's been in my cookbook to call another franchisee every week, and I have done every week. So I do 1 hour with my coach. I do 30 minutes with another franchisee. I've done it every week for 7 years. Plus I go on the PC telecoms that we have, you know, they have these, we have for if anybody's watching this video and they don't know what that is, that's like where the whole franchise network comes together to discuss a particular aspect of training or prospecting or selling,
right,
or managing the business. That's 2 of those a week. I bet I've been to 80-90% of those. I make that part of my.
Well, some of those are run by franchisees. I mean, in fairness, I think, and it always thinks it's hokey, but as an entrepreneur, as somebody that wants to control your own destiny, it's kind of nice to be in a bigger family where other franchises will do whatever they can to help you.
100%. Bill rang me up yesterday. He said, I've got to do a presentation on supervising for his management program. You know, what have I got? I said, well, there's our Sandler stuff. Yeah, great. And I said, and here's some other stuff that I've used, and I sent it to him. So, and I will do a call like that once a week for sure. Somebody who I know is an expert in that field. Compensation. Who's good at compensation? You know, maybe one of these fringe topics that we don't have core material in. There's always somebody. I mean, there's what, 500 of us? Yeah. Average tenure, 10 years. That's 5,000 years of experience to draw on. I mean, I'd be an idiot not to phone these people up from time to time, right? And we do role plays, you know, on a Wednesday, Eddie's role play sessions. I was doing that yesterday. So the support is extraordinary. The support is absolutely extraordinary. They say, in fact, they say that I think the statistic is that if you start your own business, it takes 7 years to hit the salary I don't know if it's 7 or 10, to hit the salary you were at before you started the business. I think there is a stat like that. And they say if you use a franchise model, that's trimmed to, I think, 5. And I know with Sandler, and I had a big pre-Sandler salary. It was 3. With Sandler, it was 3. And I don't know if that's just us or if that's common. I don't know if you hear that story a lot, but yeah.
Well, listen, I've been a big fan of you and your brother Antonio for a long time. You know, you and I talk quite frequently, sharing ideas, asking each other for advice. So I certainly appreciate everything that you've done, and I'm proud to have you as part of the network. So listen, if you want to be like Carlos and have your independence and control your own destiny, why don't you give us a call at 410-559-2033 or email us at franchising@sandler.com. And I'm looking for the opportunity to help you make sure this is your last career stop.